Hello, welcome to the next edition of Jank, and today we got a spicy Mardu brew that's built around the new demon from the newest set, Archfiend of the Dross. So our goal is we're going to try to use Harmless Offering today, give it to our opponent, and have him lose. We also have, of course, the backup plan of Demonic Pact. So we have two ways of potentially assembling this combo. So I'm super excited about trying it out. And if you like Jank the most, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe if you want to, and hit the bell notification too. But the more likes this specific series gets, the more likely I am to keep it. So if you like this kind of content, make sure you smash that like button so I know that you guys like Jank. Because right now I'm heavily favoring this one over Budget Magic, but you guys get to decide the direction. So let's get into the deck list. So as you can see, we have 3 Cleansing Novas, main one side. So for creature matchups, it's pretty decent. Also, we can destroy our Pact or our Archfiend of the Dross. 2 Gideons to also kind of minimize that. We have Final Payment, which also we could sack a creature or enchantment. We could sack that or that, so that works out quite well. 4 pushes, 1 Liberation to sack our Pact. We have Talisman to find our Pact. We have Fable and Mirror Breaker because it's just a good card, along with Thoughtseize. So we have a lot of the staples. We have a Tutor to find our Pact. Sideboard-wise, we have Duress for control matchup because they would be probably the harder matchup because we just getting our stuff countered is horrible. 2 Volleys because it's one of the best sideboard cards, period, in the format. 2 Rest in Peace for that blasted Greasefang matchup. 1 Shielder's Edict for Boggles. 1 Spyglass as a kind of a catch-all against Karn, against many other different strategies. Runestone hates on Greasefang as well as Angels to stop them from Cocoing and Kayla's Reconstruction. We have Leyline of Sanctity for the Rakdos mid-range matchup to protect our hand. So no further ado, let's see if we can't offer somebody the loss in Pioneer. Let's get into it. Concealed Courtyard. Officer. Passes. Play a tap land. Go. Godless Shrine. Untapped. Another recruitment officer. Okay, take it. You gotta have something else, right? Why would you shock yourself? Passes. Weird. Play a chapel. Go. Okay, yeah, he didn't even use it. Values Lieutenant. Goes to combat. Smack me for 6. That's fine. Down to 12. Play a mountain. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. You. So at this point, we're just trying to stabilize to get to this Cleansing Nova. Clear this board up. He only has 2 cards left in hand, so Fatal Push. So that's why he shocked himself. He assumed we were going to play a creature. I think we have to play this, deal 4, gain 4 to try to push this off one more turn. Silver Quill Silencer. Leyline Binding. Sure. I don't think there's a way I could win from here, right? I mean, there's just no way. Like, I'm taking Eat down to 4, and this Cleansing Nova is just 1 turn too far out. And this is at the beginning of your upkeep, so it doesn't technically let me. Okay, we're definitely gonna have to say yes. We're gonna have to pitch that. We might have to use this, so we'll discard a Fable. Double Thoughtseize. Ouch. That just doesn't seem like that's gonna do anything. So against white base strategy, we're gonna bring in Volley and Nova. Maybe Edict. Go down the 3-drop removal. That seems too slow. We probably don't have time for the Tutor. And then of course the Thoughtseize. Run it like that. Sacred Foundry. Tapped. You. This hand looks reasonable for this matchup. We have our offering, so that's good. Initiate. Passes. Chapel. Push. You. Plays a tap Godless Shrine. Passes. Right? We untap. Triumph. We play the Triumph tapped and ship it. Sword of Fortune Frontier. Okay. That definitely can do some stuff. All right, we untap. Final Payment. Play Godless Shrine tapped. Ship the turn. Adeline. Okay, it's pretty good. Volley. We untap. Nope, he plays a Pathway. I didn't realize he didn't play Lamb. Okay, pass the turn. I kind of want something to do with this offering, though. Passes. Archfiend of the Dross. That works. Our new namesake card. Pass the turn. Values Lieutenant. Passes. Alright, takes a counter off. Play Chapel. Go to combat. Hit you for 6. Pass the turn. Shoot it down. Alright, takes 2 points of damage. Question is, can we beat him before he dies to this trigger? He gets a push. Alright. Yeah, drain ya. Okay, pass the turn. Another sword. Passes. That works. At least make sure that we can loot away a harmless offering. Pass the turn. He does nothing and passes? That doesn't seem... Yeah, okay. Yeah, does nothing and passes. Yes. Offering payment. Castle Lockwayne. Fable the Mirror Breaker. What do you have in hand? A push. Hit you. Pass the turn. Alright, got that one. I think I'll just run it back until Courtyard. Passes. Okay. Play a Triumph tapped. You. Caves the Colilos. Assuming he has to have something here. Yep. Thali's Lieutenant. That seems weird. He must not have a very good hand. I think I just played Talisman. Ship the turn. I'm not really in any jeopardy to use these pushes. Another Caves. He vanishing versus my claw. Hits me for 1. Passes. Play Fable the Mirror Breaker. You. Mutavolt for the opponent. Brutal Cathar. So he gets in there and hits me for 2. We will pitch. I think final payment. All I need. I kind of really want to draw a land here. Gideon of the Trials. We draw another Gideon. That's just extremely unfortunate, but weird. We'll play a Gideon and uptick on the Lieutenant because it can get bigger. Ship the dude. Graveyard Trespasser. Eats from my Gideon. Sure, seems good. Godless Shrine untapped. Goes to combat. No attacks. Whip him. Play Godless Shrine untapped. And we're going to go for it. We're going to play Archfiend of the Dross. We're here to Archfiend people, so how does this work? If I target him with this, that doesn't trigger ward, right? I hope not. Well, let's just keep here. Pass the turn. Vanishing versus my Archfiend. Well, Adeline turns on the Mutavolt. Goes to combat. What all do you attack with here? Graveyard Trespasser. I'm assuming Mutavolt has to be coming in, right? What about the Cathar? No Cathar. Eats my final payment. Makes a dork. Assuming that comes at me. Or I guess Gideon. Doesn't really matter. Everything's at Gideon. And we block Mutavolt. Trade. That seems like a good trade to me. Swamp. Uptick on Adeline. Pass the turn. Bodyguard. Shoot the Lieutenant. Okay, picks Adeline. That's fine. How do you attack? Face, Gideon. Makes more sense. This doesn't do anything. Face, yeah. Sure. It would have been better if he actually went face, right? Because he could have both humans go here. I guess maybe he's more worried about the fact that I could have a push and keep my Gideon. But I don't really see a need to keep my Gideon. All right, he's dealt with. And we revolt here. Pitch a offering. Okay. Edict. Pass the turn. Looks like we're going to take probably 8, 9, 10, 11. Taking 11 points of damage. He's going to sack the bodyguard. Actually, it's going to be one less, right? No, it's going to be a parity. Each opponent sacrifices a non-token creature. So I guess we just need a Wrath. It's our best case here. He eats the Brutal Cathar. So I guess he has more... Yeah, it makes sense. He has more value for this Adeline. Surviving a board Wrath. Alright, so we're at 2. Watch us draw Cleansing Nova. Nope. That is like the worst possible top deck. And we will attempt to just ping ourselves to death. Alright, so 0-1. Let's get into the next. Temple Garden untapped. Is this elf? Is this angels? So I think I do shock myself, even though I really wanted to play a tap land here, but I can't let you have a excessive amount of mana. Rush land. It's definitely angels, right? Passes. Right. So we play Triumph. Yeah. Temple Garden untapped. Welcoming Vampire for the opponent. Pretty interesting. So we drop down Fable the Mirror Breaker. Ship the turn. Redained. Plays a tap thicket. Hits me for 2, I assume. Yep. Down to 16. Yes, Thoughtseize, Liberation, play the castle, Archfiend of the Dross, Gew, passes. Assuming his Coco up, flip the Fable, play a Sacred Foundry tapped, go to combat. You lost? Okay, go ahead and play that, I guess. And volleys, down Thoughtseize, probably trim a tutor, up an Edict, run it like that. Pick it, Elf. Alright, passes. Play tap land, go. Lair of the Hydra, hits me for 1, sure. Means you're not ramping, which is a good thing. Passes. Talisman, play a tap land. Go. Wildborn Preserver. Alright, we shoot that. Elf, pass. Abby, Elf, grows the Preserver, hits me, down to 15. I need a land off the top, please. And that's a land. Fable the Mirror Breaker, Gew. Llanowar Elf, hits me with an 8/8. Okay. Chomp. We will pitch Talisman, Volley, play a Godless Shrine tap. Fable the Mirror Breaker, Gew. Goes to combat. Attacks with the 6/6 or 8/8. Yep, block. Just gotta survive for one more land. He's gonna grow more. All right, so I'm assuming this is coming down. Yep, eating the one that's about ready to flip to chump. Yeah, because it would have been a perfect time to take a turn off for the demonic pack, but now I'm basically in chump mode. Thoughtseize. That's horrible. Yes, Thoughtseize gone. Can I pitch something else? Harmless Offering? We draw another Harmless Offering. Another Fable. The Mirror Breaker. Yeah. Why can't we updeck a land? Get this cleansing Nova down. Wipe the board. Then I can play Pact. Wayfinder. That's fine. Are you going to grow him more? Make him where he's a guaranteed one shot? You just got to pump 3 into it. Takes the brush land. I'm assuming he pays into this. One more. He'd be a 15-15. All right. Grows it to a 14-14. Goes to combat. Attacks with all 3. Okay. Reasonable. We block. Take 2. Come on. Give me a land. All right. That flips. Yes. Pitch a Nova. I have to keep my combo. Ah, come on. By Demonic Pack. Pass the turn. Goes to combat. Then he attacks out. We chump. I think we draw 2 cards first. So we can maybe find the land to Nova. And then hopefully we get this offering. Draw 2 cards. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. So we play there. Destroy all creatures. He can make this into a 1-1 and then sack them all, but he didn't. Makes it 1-1. All right. Does he turn on a lair? Yeah, for a 5. Okay. He's pretty decent. Hits us for 6. So we shoot here, gain 4, back to 9. Yeah, or back to 8. So 4 damage here. Another demonic pack. Can I get away with Fable the Mirror Breaker? I have to probably put a chump blocker down. Pass the turn. Turns on the lair. Attacks. At this point, we're just trying to stay alive because we got 2 turns to the win. Actually, we got it right now, right? So we make him discard his 2 cards. We're getting the demonic pack win? Yes. Pitch. And then we just, here, take her. Oh my god. Okay, that's fine. We wanted to overdo it. Take it. Pass the turn. And we win by demonics. 1-1. Let's get into the last. Den of the Bugbear. Kimono. Okay, this might be a difficult matchup. Another push. Play that. Chapel. Yo. We do have a lot of pushes though. All right. Well, that was a good top deck. So now we get the Blood Grip. That means, which means we could have 2 cards up next turn. Let's Thoughtseize. How rough a shape are we in? Bone Crusher, probably? Pass the turn. Slashes me. I could take some cuts. Plays the Ruins. Chandra. Upticks. Play with Fires me. Hits me to 10. Yeah. Play Blood Crypt. Tapped. That way next turn I have this untapped. The Arc. Shoot him down. Pass the turn. I'm assuming he's going to start upticking this for card advantage. Nope. He upticks to ping me. Bone Crusher. Alright. Passes. Play the Castle. Archfiend of the Dross. Ague. Upticks. Pings me. Play the land. Turn on Den. Goes to combat. Smack face with both. We block here. And take a counter off. Gideon of the Trials. Alright, we can't play that this turn. Go to combat. Hit Chandra. Push the Gobbo token. Drain ya. Pass the turn. He's probably tempted to turn on the Den. Try to go for lethal, but that's going to end with a push. Now if he goes for the Rampant Ruins, takes me to 2. We're going to have to Gideon this turn. An Emblem. It's a very close match. A very close game. With this Emblem, we should be able to smash face however long we need to. So he's not going to do anything, which means he's going to Ruins. Play the Swamp. Gideon. Emblem. Go to combat. And smack that face. Hit you down to 10. Pass the turn. Alright, hits me to 2. Best case scenario, we draw a Harmless Offering. We get our win with a brand new card. Worst case scenario, he somehow manages to kill my Gideon. Chandra. Pretty decent. Alright, he scoops it up. Against red. Found Thoughtseize. Up Duress. He's a lot of burn in hand. Maybe Edict. I guess Wildfire. Or Cleansing Nova. Run it like that. Mountain. Soulscar Mage. Passes. That's not bad. Since we have that next turn, we play Blood Crypt tapped. Yeah. Hits me for 1. No burn. Play light up the stage. Must be fine. Trying to find a land. Whiffs. Skips up the match. Well, we definitely had Edict and we would have had Gideon. So we had a pretty good curve out. So we were probably going to win that one anyways. 2-1. Let's get into the wrap up. So what did we learn this week about this deck? And the deck performed okay, right? There's definitely some changes that I made right here. I cut the 3 drops to Edict for Sheoldred's Edict, which is just a better Edict, I think. I didn't read the card specifically. I thought, based on the previous deck list, that it targeted either player. That's not the case. It's just opponent. So you would never be able to sack your Pact in Desperation. So that doesn't work. So I'd rather just run Sheoldred's Edict. It's better against Sheoldred. So that works out. And the other change I made is I brought an extra Duress in. Because against mono red, it'd be kind of nice to have another non-burning source to replace these Thoughtseizes with. And I upped my Gideon, and I upped a Nova main board instead of the Tutor. because I mean, it's not necessary, I don't think, in the deck. Sideboard wise, felt like we have a decent, selection for multiple matchups. So let me know down in the comments if there's a Mardu card that you guys would have considered for this list. I definitely could have added something like the Wandering Emperor, which I guess is just a good card overall. But then again, that's also very relatively high on the curve, right? We have a Demonic Pact and Archfiend. So we kind of really want our controlling pieces to happen on turn 2, turn 3 to make sure that when we drop these two, we're not just so far behind that we can't win the game, which is, I guess, the most critical pieces. Gideon just negates an attack and also works quite well with both of these as an extra reinsurance package. So I like this list as is. Let me know, like I said, let me know if there's anything that I missed. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification. And until next time, hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day.